Click start recording. Welcome YouTube audience back who will watch this on the video on demand replay. CLG FC episode 202. Where did we leave off? We are 7-6-0, 7 clear of Hellyfield Sports, who they themselves have a game in pocket. Let's go to the social feed, see what's cooking. Union lost on their home and season opener to Austin FC. That's so Union. And that's the only game they've played, right? Yep, that's the only game they've played, of course. So, let me close the tab that was playing that song, and then I'm going to go to the tab I was listening to, turn off Firefox audio, and there you go. Okay. All right, 10th Shadow, appreciate it. By the way, less streaming Monster Hunter Wilds is in a group with me when we played. Come on now, the user does exist, for Christ's sake. Is in a group with me in Action Time, and last seen playing Monster Hunter Wilds, the great 10th Shadow. Big shout out to 10th Shadow. I forgot about these recent form analysis emails taking a dog's age to load. Right. We are moving on. We've got 5 days to go until the next fixture, so there is that, and we've got Weatherigs United coming up next, which is another relegation-threatened team, and then we hit the big boys, Sedberg and Dent coming up, Barrow Wanderers, who are relegation-threatened themselves after that, and then we got AFC Blackpool. So actually, we got 2 more relegation-threatened clubs wedged on either side of Sedberg and Dent. Actually 3 with Windermere then. Then we hit the big boys. Sharnock, Ulverston, Wigton are in there. Burnside are in there. So we have nothing but relegation threats outside of Sedberg and Dent for the next 4 fixtures. Weekly meeting. Let's kick this off. What do we got? That's fine. That's fine. We're moving on. And that's that. Okay, cool. I don't want to do anything in terms of getting a coaching badge yet, since it's February. We can ask for them come May. It's not a problem, right? But whew, those burgers made me a little sweaty. That's all. Only because they were piping hot. And they were good, though. Poor Milk, man. Gateshead 3-0 up on Forest Green. I know Milk's going to be disappointed with that. Right. Crack. Attack. Central. I ought to time you out of that, Crack. God damn it. What's up, Crack? Another great, by the way, the best Irishman and the greatest football manager streamer, the best dealer of crack on the internet. It's Crack Attack Central. Give him a follow if you like Football Manager. He's currently in a Real Madrid save because he's a boring twat. But outside of that, he plays some interesting games like Path of Exile and Blasphemous. He's actually not boring. He's actually one of the most entertaining streamers I follow. So give him a follow. It's just Real Madrid is a boring save file, in my opinion. So, and even so, I go there when he plays Real Madrid, and I am thoroughly entertained. So, really great guy, actually. Love you, Crack. How you doing, brother? I hope you're well. Wait. No, I'm in 2 Madrid saves. We're just going to pretend like you didn't say that. This was the fear. It's turning mod icons back on. Is that I've done this now. I'm only messing with you, Crack. I hope you're well. Crack is like unfollowed, reported, blocked. Big Man Retro Gamer and Goodya with the raid. Oh, you have a streamer save. I didn't even realize. Betty, good job with the subscription. Betty, good job. Let's go. Thank you for 4 months, Goodja. That is that's special, man. Thank you very much. That is super appreciative, brother. I hope you're well. How was your stream? How is Corn on the job going? Uh, so I have a ton of streams open now. I need to actually also wipe off the hydrate from uh, Viva that he redeemed early in the stream save. Okay. Let me go back to the tab I had open. How was the stream, Goodja? And what do you call it? Yeah, last week was the first time of the mix to current older players. Oh, okay, nice. Love the point. What's up? How you been, Retro? Let's give a shout out. Um, I'll give it to Retro first, 'cause since he was here first. But Newcastle's greatest football manager streamer, Retro Gamer FM. So, um, I'm going to do leagues in focus, and then we'll shout out Goodyear. Corner on the job is grand. 7 points clear at the top of the league in mid-December. Things are looking. That is good. That is real good, actually. For those that don't know who's coming with Goodyear or might have come in from GAFA and are still around, we are CLG FC, Counter Logic Football Club. It's an old Counter Logic Gaming. We're an old esports org that died in 2013, and we've recreated it as a football club, and we've using members from the community, except for Mukendi. Snicky is the one in Mukendi's place. So, old Discord community moderators like Jack, old commentators like Parks, and just community members like Brat or friends of former players like Frack. We're using them as our players and trying to go from the 20th level in England to the top. Did you hear about Eddie Howe's in the hospital? I did not hear about Eddie Howe. Please provide more details. I hope he's well. Went 17 without defeat to start the season. A little mid-season blip, but managed to hold on to the top spot. Let's go. Let's go. We're in a heck of a dogfight ourselves. We are 23 unbeaten and 7 clear at the top. We do have a game in hand over Hellyfield, but they're having a heck of a season. And we're 7 clear. We have got 9 to play. Right. Let's do leagues in focus. Let me shout out Goodya in the meantime. And I'm back at the keyboard. Welcome back, Sean. I got to shout you out, actually, so because you were here way while I was on break, so eating a burger. So Pittsburgh's greatest fan, Pirates fan. He's on the baseball kick like most of us Americans get in April when it's opening day and whatnot. But playing MLB The Show, playing out of the park baseball, also plays Football Manager, is a Bristol City fan. Well worth it. Well worth the follow. Give Sean Curtis the follow. Won't be at the end. Oh, wow. I hope he's well. I hope Eddie Howe is well. Best of luck to him, man. I hope everything turns out good with him. Good, I'll give you a shout out. Give me about 3 minutes. Let's do leagues in focus though. In the meantime, so MLS has kicked off for the 10th season in our saves. Montreal, the Red Bulls, the Revs, the Fire, all winners in the East. Opening day of the season. Nashville, Columbus, drew, and then Cincy, Charlotte, Atlanta, the Union, Toronto, DC, New York City FC, and Orlando have all lost. In the West, Colorado, the Rapids, the Galaxy, the Earthquakes, Austin FC, the Scum, St. Louis City, the Sounders, Sporting Kansas City, and the Dynamo have all won. Portland, the Timbers, the Whitecaps, Minnesota United, FC Dallas, and Real Salt Lake, all losers in the opening day of the season. Right. The Premier League. Newcastle lead by 10. They do have 2 games in pocket over City, but it is still a 10-point lead. City, by the way, have won the Carabao Cup. over Bournemouth. So let's go to the stages. Let's go to from the fourth round on. So Bournemouth beating Villa, Liverpool downing Sunderland, Torquay beating Chelsea on penalties. That's hilarious. West Ham beating Newcastle on pens. Spurs beat Burnley. Everton beat Sheffield United. West Brom overcomes Man United. Man City beats Stockport. Uh, yes, we can. Yes, but I am 10 seasons in and I used fake players, so it's not going to be anybody real. Unfortunately. Uh, Bournemouth upset Liverpool on pens. Torquay upset West Ham. Spurs beat Everton. City down West Brom. Bournemouth down Torquay 8-3. City, Brentford have just leveled, by the way, over Arsenal. City beat Spurs 4-3 and then overcome Bournemouth 2-1. So I kept saying Brentford, but it's Bournemouth. Still. So City get at least Conference League. They're also in the FA Cup fifth round, by the way, which is Bristol City, West Ham. Oh, look at that, Sean. Bristol City, West Ham. Bolton, Bournemouth, Brighton, Chesterfield, Southampton, Derby, City, Spurs, Arsenal, Wednesday, Forest, Chelsea, Liverpool, Leeds is the rest of the FA Cup. You wanted to look at the Newcastle side. Daniel Macaluso is the manager. By the way, they have won landmarks in this save retro. Sorry, it's competitions. They won the 2029 Champions League. They won the 2027 and 2032 Premier League. They won the UEFA Super Cup in 2029. They finished runner-up in the FA Cup. They won the Conference League in 2027. And they won the 2029 Carabao Cup as well. They also won the 2027, 2029, and 2023 Community Shields. So they've done very well for themselves in our save. Bristol City and a bunch of JV clubs, says Sean Curtis. Maybe I need to use fake money. Nice. Let's give a shout out to Goodyear, by the way. The the best West Ham fan that I know, the Goodyear, doing a great save with Corn, who started in the 10th division in England and has now got them, I think in level 8 you're in now, Goodyear, if I remember correctly. But yeah. Or they might have started in level 9 and now you're up to level 7. But yeah, really interesting local hero to glory save with Corn on the job. uh, uh, oh God, more people. Yep, yep. Somebody. Anyway, um, somebody complaining to me about people read too much in the headlines and newspapers. They're bitching about the Gazdag trade. We just sold the Union just sold their all-time leading goal scorer to Columbus for $4 million. So, the fans are rightfully upset because he plays in the 9, he plays in the hole, and we don't really have a replacement for him. And our sporting director just came out and said, "Yeah, we're not going to sign anybody." So I was like, okay. So anyway, back to leagues in focus real quick. Newcastle top by 10. City have won the Carabao Cup. Chelsea third, Spurs fourth, Leicester fifth, Arsenal are sixth, Southampton are just on the outside looking in, and then you've got Man United down in 10th, Liverpool are down in 15th. They are in a lot of financial trouble. Liverpool's finances are insecure. They have a negative $350 million in the balance, and they currently have a horrendously bad loan debt. I don't think I can see it here. I used to be able to. I think I used to be able to see it on the WCTS skin or WTCS, but now I don't see it. Let me see if this works. Nope. It should be this. That is not it, sir. Um, I want clubs, Liverpool, finances, debt and loans. They have an 87 million loan that cost them £600,000. They have 3 years left on that one. They have a £74 million loan that's costing them another £750,000 with 3 left on that one. And they finished paying their other loan, which is £48 million, which cost them another almost $700,000 a month. They finished paying that in November this year. So yeah, they got a lot of debt. Not seen it yet. Benny, I've done the email. I meant ChatGPT and ran through the humanizer. Not sent it yet though. Okay. Don't be nervous, man. But yeah, they're in a lot of trouble. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know. You used to be able to see their debt. Is it under here? Maybe. Let's starting at facilities, history, managers. I don't know. I couldn't tell you where their finances are. Anyway, um, I'm nervous because I'm in the fucking Prem Club. I know, but just have the confidence, man. The worst thing they're gonna do is ignore you. So, um, but yeah, Liverpool 15th. Leeds are 4 points clear of West Ham now, who just came back up. I don't know why West Ham are their finances insecure. No, they're okay. They got 36 million in the bank. So I don't know. Anyway, Forest are 12 adrift in 19th. Norwich are 16 adrift in 20th though. Um, this is gloriously unlike Fenway Sports Group to wantonly spend like this. Yeah, I know. I think it's because they expanded the stadium. Um, but they are, yeah, they struggled last season too. They finished like 14th or something last season because they're just they're in a lot of financial debt. Championship Palace lead by 12 by 4 no Palace lead by 16 over Brentford. Uh, who lead the playoff places by 1 point over Wednesday, Birmingham, Bristol City, and Swansea. Coventry on the outside looking in by 2 goals on the goal difference. QPR is on the outside looking in by a point. At the bottom, Blackburn 5 points above the drop over Lewitt Gaming Portsmouth. West Brom are 6 adrift in 22nd. Bolton are 14 adrift in 24th. Sky Bet League 1. Huddersfield lead the league by 16 points over Cardiff. Cardiff are 4 points clear of the playoff places, which include Wimbledon, Plymouth, Crawley, and Wrexham. Alexandra are a point on the outside looking in. At the bottom, Rochdale in 18th are only 2 points above the drop. Salford and Reading are both 4 goals on the goal difference above the drop over Oxford United. Lincoln City are 4 adrift in 22nd. Bristol Rovers that must make you happy, Sean. They're in relegation. They're 6 adrift of safety. Blackpool are 10 adrift at the bottom of League 1. Sky Bet League 2, Newport County, Torquay United both on 68 points. 6 points above Orient. Down the gas, yeah. Leyton Orient are in the final promotion spot above the playoffs by only 6 goals and a goal difference over Exeter and Walsall. This is insanely fucking tight. Barrow are in 6th, and then Mansfield a final playoff spot. 3 points between 3rd and 7th. That's crazy. Wickham 2 points on the outside looking in as well. At the bottom, Peterborough United now a point above the drop over Notts County. Preston are 4 adrift in 24th. Oldham have climbed out of the drop though. What made you do? You know what? I thought I forgot to take it off. That's the only thing that made me do fake players. Is I totally forgot to leave it unchecked because I was like, oh, I confused it with add players to team because it's like add key players and staff. I totally mixed up the two, and I left use fake players on. But honestly, it's 2033. In like 3-4 seasons, nobody's going to be around anymore. You know what I mean? Like, Mbappe is at the very end of his career, so like he's the last one that I know of that's in the save, and like he's at the very end of his career. So Vanarama National, Port Vale is top by 3 over Bromley, Sutton, Macclesfield, Stevenage, Hartlepool, and Sullyhill Moors. Macclesfield still got uh, Zig managing them, of course. Kingsland Town 2 on the outside looking in 8th place. At the bottom, AFC Sudbury are 2 above the drop over Gillingham. AFC Fylde, Boreham Wood, and Boston. AFC Fylde are 4 adrift. Boreham Wood 4 adrift. Boston United are 11 adrift. Don't like how Mackham's in the Prem. Maybe not use fake players. Yeah, well, okay. The email is, let's go. All right, hold on. I'm playing music that's going to turn on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go, now we pray. Let's go, Blockbuster. Let's go. There you go. Love to see it. I'm proud of you, man. It's a really good kit. Like, I would fucking buy one if that was the case. Like, if that was our kit, I would 100% buy one. Because our kit's been the same shit for the last, like, 5 seasons, 6 seasons. They just added the bubbles 2 seasons ago, and I'm like, that's a nice touch. But, yeah. Right, where were we? We are going over Vanarama North. Harrogate have a playoff position. They are 10 clear over Tamworth, Accrington, Stanley, Chester, Fleetwood Town, Gainsborough, and Nantwich. Marine are now a point on the outside looking in. At the bottom, Southport 4 above the drop over Braintree, Halifax Town, Chorley, and Guiseley. Vanarama South, Barnet are 13 clear above Dorking, Dartford, Harrow, CK Andover, Weymouth, and Mersham. Hastings United are 2 on the outside looking in, as are Billericay Town. At the bottom, Dover have climbed out of the drop. They're a point above over Berkhamsted. Hampton and Richmond Borough, Dagenham and Redbridge, and Walton. Hampton and Richmond Borough are 6 adrift. Look at Dagenham and Redbridge, by the way. You sent the away kit and the third kit. Nice. We could overtake them. We have 2 games in hand over them and still to play. Yeah, they're not playing great. Look at this fall from grace Dagenham and Redbridge have had. They are now 13 points clear, or adrift, I should say, in the Vanarama South. Walton, by the way, and Hersham are 22 points adrift. Finally, last thing is a league in the level above us. Broughton Amateurs have secured at least a playoff spot. They are 8 clear of Bradley, Addingham, North, Walkden, and Bickerstaff. FC United of Manchester 4 on the outside looking in. And then at the bottom, Slysden Reserves, or I think it's Slysden, are 2 above the drop over Holker Old Boys. Chatterton 4 adrift, Sutton Reserves 4 adrift, Daisy Hill 13 adrift, and they have 9 to play as well. That's leagues in focus. Let's actually get into it, shall we? We do that every time. Now I'm playing my youth only save against first place in the Portuguese 4th tier. Aren't you in like tier 10 or something like that in Portugal? You're pretty far down there, aren't you? So, Jorginho has gone off injured for Arsenal, and they have no subs remaining. So they are going to play the rest of this game with 10 men. Oh, you're in tier 4 as well. Okay, cool. Of course it is. Of course it is. The Brazilian leagues are the same way as well. I think it's a goal kick anyway. Marino might have been flagged for offsides there. He did look it. But, right. It's the same. I feel the same way about Serie C in Italy. Like, the promotion structure is fucking terrible. It's absolutely abysmal in in Series C. Okay. Yeah, the Philadelphia Phillies just kicked off. They are getting fucked by scheduling. Okay, traditionally, for those that don't know baseball, allow me to talk it for a few minutes. Um, for those that don't know, usually whenever you play a series, right, the last day of the series is usually an afternoon game because one of those teams is traveling, right? So, like for example, the Phillies played the Dodgers in Philly, right? We were at home. We played 3 games against the Dodgers. The third game against the Dodgers was a day game because that night we played the Rockies. The third day in the series against the Rockies was a day game because the Colorado Rockies had to travel that night to the next team they were going to play, and then they play them the next day, right? So the afternoon game is almost always a a day game because of that, right? West Ham won 2-1 over Bristol City. Sorry, Sean, but you're out in the 5th round of the FA Cup. And then Philly has beaten Ottawa 3-0, 4-0 in aggregate in the North American Champions League. So now Philly's gonna Philly's gonna play Club America. Um, so anyway, um, that's ugly fucking technicals. I would need you to be a complete forward, and you do not have the physicals for a complete forward or the technicals for. So anyway, so that's what happens, right? Philly goes. They play the Dodgers at home. They go to Atlanta. Now that's like only like a 2-hour flight, right? So they go to Atlanta. They play Atlanta. They didn't make the third game of that series a day game, so they had to play Atlanta at 7:30 at night. It rains. They have a 2.5-hour rain delay, and they couldn't call the game because it was tied 1-1. So it's not like they could call the game early because you can call the game after 5 innings, 4.5 if the home team's leading. But it wasn't. It was 1-1. So the Philly doesn't finish their game against Atlanta until about 12:40 at night, 12:40 a.m. They then have to get on a plane, fly up to St. Louis, which is about 2.5 hours away. They get in at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. They have to go to bed, wake up, and play the Cardinals that night. So of course they lose last night, right? Because they're fucking exhausted. And then instead of helping them recover, they have to play them in the day, in the afternoon today and tomorrow. So like, why is the schedule been so harsh to them these last 4 days? Like, it just doesn't make sense. You've re-inspired me to download MLB The Show 24. Sean's been playing it. It looks a lot of fun. Uh, I wish it was for PC, man. I wish we had a baseball game for PC. Super Mega Baseball is really fun, but I only have 1 and 2, and I've kind of played two. I've played 2 out, so I kind of want to get 3, um, and see what it's and play Super Mega Baseball 3. But they want $45 for it, so I'm gonna get it when it's on sale. It's 4 different leagues of 14, and then the top two form the leagues go into, and the top two from the leagues go into 2 leagues of 4. Then the top two of them go into a semifinal, then a final. I hate when leagues do that bullshit. It's the same. I hate it. It's why I don't like the Danish league structure. It's why I don't like the um, uh, Scottish league structure. I think it's just bullshit. Just expand the league or make everyone play each other 4 times. Like, the Croatian league is like that. It's only 10 teams, but everybody plays 4 times. So it's like, you know what? It makes sense. It makes total sense. None of this split in half. These teams make another league. These teams make this, that. Just get rid of that bullshit. Make it simple. I say that as an American who enjoys MLS, but MLS is unique, and American sports are very unique in that sense. So I can understand why MLS had to be different. We're 8-13. Weatherings United 4-1. The draw is 11-4. Um, what's the suggestion? Well, I can't make him available. They're fucking hurt. So there you go. Forest Green have got one back. Pre-match press conference. Let's kick this off with a first question from Cameron Clark at Mundial. Right. Tweeds, men are on a poor run of form. There we go. But then we should win. Iron Noise's minute record speaks for itself. I have no idea I don't know where that story's come from. I have no idea where that story has come from. Right. So, remember, our transfer window is still open for another month. Um, but the main transfer window in England is closed. The worst is Joe Jones, and he's still in the 7.25. So nice. There are 2 minutes left in the Arsenal game. Brentford have the ball. I'm sure Brentford would take the point, but if they can smash and grab it here, that'd be insane. Anyway, um, right. Wigton Harriers, Ulverston Rangers is the marquee matchup. I can't wait to try this peach iced tea. I have a little bit of coffee left I want to finish, just to keep me going. Was he on? Woo! That was not an intentional back pass. That's not a foul, but that's a nasty tackle. LA shines as Messer finds fitness for Counterlogic FC under 18s. We won. Moises Mizamiro into 50th. Charlie Westwood in added time at the end of the second half. We beat FC United of Manchester under 18s. We now go 4 points clear in the under 18s league. They have 6 to play. Snicky is out. Did not ready for a fitness chest fitness test. Wildman and Brott are fine. So let's do that. We're going to mark Philip Spellman and Brenton Casey. We need to pause the mix I'm listening to and prepare our walkout song, and also turn on the music, turn Firefox audio back on. There we go. Fuck me, I got a second tier club in the cup. R.I.P. But if you win, amazing. But R.I.P. Snicky, not ready for a fitness test, not recommended to be selected. 7 days to 2 weeks. That's fine. But the next game is in freaking 4 days anyway. So they're going to be out for that game. And back for the game against Barrow on the 16th. Let's have a cheeky save. And we'll get into it. Brentford have the ball. You've got to move. Yeah. A point each between Brentford and Arsenal. 1-1. Arsenal can't win a title for love nor money. They're out of the Prem, 100% out of the Prem. I mean, Liverpool beat us tomorrow. I don't see a way we get anything out of that game. And then that'll move what? Liverpool 13 clear. So with what, 7 to play? It's done and dusted at that. I mean, it's been done and dusted, but it's all a formality then at that rate. So teams are warming up. What abysmal form. 0-1-4 for Weatherings United in their last 4. We are 3-2-0. They're making 5 changes to their starting lineup. They need something out of this game because they're 6 adrift in 16th place. So, but yeah, let's see. We're actually only 3rd in the form table, so. But we did so good. If you carry your last performance, we'll do well. Let's go. 4-2-3-1 from Dominic Tweeds, Weatherings United. We got our 4-1-1-3-1. 1 red, 19 yellows for Anthony Backhouse in his 10 matches this season. I did see that, yes. Done with the coffee. We're underway. We are in the black with the blue, Weatherigs with in the red with the white stripes. Let's go. So, anyway, we're back from the ads. Let's continue. It drives me nuts, that kind of shit. All that tabloid, to me, that's all tabloid shit. That drives me. This is why I don't pay attention. The wonderful thing about MLS being, and why I hope to fucking God they don't go from August to an August to May schedule, let alone because the fact that it's cold, is because MLS is February to November to October for the regular season, November for the playoffs. Once the Premier League is done, I completely ignore it. I don't pay attention to who signs where. I don't pay attention to, I'll see news about who we sign and stuff like that, but it's like I don't, because the tabloids will drive you insane. They'll drive you absolutely insane. All the sound bites say this player doesn't want to play for this club, this player says this about this club, they'll drive you nuts. So that's why I'm like, you know what? It's best to just ignore all that shit and just come back in August when the season's. Because none of it matters until you start kicking the ball. So why care? Why spend the energy caring? So I'm the same way with MLS. I don't really care who. I'll keep track of obviously who Philadelphia signs. But I don't get into like contract disputes and this and that and the other and blah 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 because it's like until February rolls around, it doesn't mean a fucking thing. At least that's my motto. Go I was gonna say go on in the back post there, but no. Drives me nuts, that shit. Drives me absolutely just bonkers. So Frack I think stayed on there. You had a small cutback here. That's out for a corner though. Right, let me turn that off. Let me refresh the Apple TV Plus page because Toronto and Minnesota is kicking off. We're watching Biz's team, man. Bizarre Brigade. Great guy. Great streamer. Got the cup fixture now? Good luck, man. Good luck. One Spats McKinney! Oh. Hellyfield have taken the lead at Windermere to the surprise of absolutely nobody. It should have gone here. You can go wide with it, go wide with it. Cookie's going for goal. That's not close. Okay. I need Windermere to drop points. I think that's what it's going to take. Because I feel like we're going to drop points at some point. And I just need Windermere to drop point. Ah! That's terrible. Track back, man. Track back. He's on. Here's Cupers. Or Queepers. Queepers. Bell. Cross comes in. Spellman back post. Parks heads it out corner. Oh, big sneeze fest there. Don't book him. Yeah. That's out. Goal kick. That's pressure. That's pressure alleviated. Woof. All right. Now that I'm recovering from that sneeze fest. Whew. Jesus Christ, Frack. You just gonna let Queepers take it off of you? So here's Seha. Casey. Twinkle. Seha. Asukwo. Fergus. Forward for Casey. Twinkle wins the header. Parks over to Sheamus. Sheamus back for Parks, but he's lost it. And here's Spellman. Mortimer. Frack wins the header. Corner kick. Of course, it's MLS, so they say 2:30 and the game's not kicked off yet. Of course. Of course. Back post. Jack heads it clear. Spellman will run it down. Cuts back inside for Asukwo. Back for Spellman. Really good. Asukwo, unfortunately. Asukwo. Fergus. Forward. I've headed it clear. Bell's going to win that, though. Bell. Trying to bring it out wide. Great tackle from Spaps. That goes out for a throw. Queepers, Parks, another corner. What is going on? They have had all the match momentum practically, I feel like. Where is it? I don't know. That's over. Like, show me. Where is it? Match momentum. It's got it. I mean, according to them, it's us, but the highlights suggest otherwise. Here's Parks. Sheamus over the top on the left. Sheamus for Mukendi. Mukendi, it's knocked away by Bonser. No, Bonser. Sorry, Bonser was the name. Sheamus whipped in, back post. Bell heads it clear. Right to Spellman, who's getting closed down. And Akunikun picks his pocket. Here's Akunikun. He's out of position here, and Spellman will knock it free for a throw. Right, here's Parks. Twinkle. Parks whips in cross. Spaps is there. Back post. Spaps wins the header. And McCulloch puts it over the bar for a corner. Here's Sheamus. Whips in the cross. That's going to go. Seha's going to get to that. Fergus. What is that? Achilleos? It's cut out by Jack, and that's the end of the highlight. Hellyfield 2-0. Here's Akunikun. Come on, Akunikun. Off the wall. I was like, if there's ever going to be a time for an Akunikun free kick, now is the time. But no, off the wall. Back post. Fergus gets ahead to it. It will go out for a throw. Here's Akunikun. Spaps. Mukendi. Come on, Mukendi. Akunikun. Send it. Should have sent Sheamus. Mukendi's trying to get deeper. Like he's trying to get further up, I should say. He falls to Spaps. Spaps. Mukendi! Yes! We break through Simon Roger Mukendi. Let's go. Well done, Spaps. Spaps has found some great form. Spaps has found some awesome form because he's usually like the weakest player of the side every single season. But that's going to run out for a throw. So, 32nd minute. Bonser, Bell. Casey. Come on, Sheamus. She should have been. Sheamus, I mean, that was maybe too strong a header. Because Sheamus was in space, to be fair. That's a good touch. Cookie's turn. Send him. Yep. Overlap as well. Frack with a 1-2. Whip it in, Frack. Good cut back to Twinkle. Turn and shoot, Cookies. Cookies with a turn. Cookies with a shot. Let's go. 2-0. They've kicked off in Toronto. You'll see that soon. Much needed turn and shoot. The space was there was just that pocket there for him between the center backs. You got to take advantage of that. So, Konikun, free kick, come on. Oh, off the bar. Off the bar. Wow. Bell's. What are you doing, man? Bell completely missed his header. Here's Queepers. Oh, nice play, Twinkle. Myself, a Konikun, cookies. Too heavy a touch. Still gets it to a Konikun somehow. He was going for Mukendi, and I think the only reason he was going for Mukendi is because Sheamus didn't get wide. um, where is unless did I accidentally deactivate MLS or did the bot have a hiccup? No, it's on. I think the bot is hiccuping. Okay. Queepers, Casey, Mortimer. I'm surprised the ref didn't call it. That did not look like a good tackle. That looked hideous, actually. Konikun heads it. Twinkle might have been on. That's out for a corner. That is just tipped over by McCulloch as well. Sheamus. I just let him know that the bot did not, the score bot did not post. That's a throw, and that runs out for a throw. We're into added time. It should be halftime. Yep, halftime. So, halftime, 5 shots on target. Look at that, 2-0. Well done. So, Parks, Twinkle. Oh, off the post. Off the outside. Kun's hit the woodwork twice on the free kicks. Jesus. Whew. Over the top. Spaps. Nope. Falls for Kunikun. Goes for... Oh, my goodness. He wasn't far off for having to take that on the volley. Twinkle. Jack. Twinkle. Jack. Myself. Cookies. Back to myself. Spaps. Good movement. Konikun, he's got Sheamus in space. Finds Parks. Parks could drive with it. Konikun, back to me. On the right, on the right, on the right. The fear was that he was actually offside, so that's good to hold the ball. Advantage being played. Sheamus is in the box. Sheamus goes for goal. McCulloch will make the save. Right, Twinkle. Myself. Twinkle, Jack. The bot might just be broke. Konikun. Sheamus. Twinkle. But they're playing such a high line. That's the problem. Just switch it. She could have gone here. Like, look for that ball. Cookie's going for goal. Okay. He's trying a little bit of that Peter Crouch move there. Granted, he's a lot closer than Crouch, but when Crouchy scored that goal. Sheamus is going to be the sub because he's booked and he's the lowest performing offensive player. So that'll bring on Joe Jones in the 63rd minute. We do need to think about replacing Akonikun as well. That'll be the next sub just because he's taken the knock. And that'll be probably just came back from doing something. It's ended up 1-1 in the cup, 40th minute. Not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm a little bit peeved, I guess you could say, with Sports Scorebot because they didn't post the MLS game because Toronto and Minnesota kicked off. So they're in the 7th minute now. That's a terrible ball. Well done by Jack. Jones. Twinkle. Cookies go on. Oh, what a save. Spaps was looking for Jones. It's not bad. I think Akonikun's next. I think it's going to be Akonikun for Charlie Wildman coming on. Good header won by Jack. Twinkle clear. He didn't need to boot it up. Come on, boys. Focus. Spellman, corner. Creepers. It's 2-1 us. Let's go. Good block. Good save, Brott. What are you pissed at? Would have preferred to stay on the bench? Brother, I need you. Praise him. Back post, add it up, add it away. Achilles, Bonser. What a good save from Brott. Giant killers right now, I know, right? Let's go. He's still not happy. Okay. Out for Bell. Bell takes one touch. That's nowhere close. I think you can win that game. You're 2-1 up. Hold on. Do it. Windermere have pulled one back against Sellyfield, but they're not. That's that. It might be a defensive sub for our last sub. Parks is pretty freaking exhausted, so we'll bring on Harry Norris. Great shot off the post again. 3 times on the woodwork here tonight, or this game. Wellman, Jones, back to Wellman, turn, shoot, Wellman. Oh, it's bounced in. What kind of footballer wants to stay on the bench? I know. He's usually not even like that, too. He's usually happy he's playing. That's what I don't get about FM. And the crazy thing is, 3-1. Yeah, you got it, man. The crazy thing is, Joe Jones is usually subbed on every single game. Like, Joe Jones plays a lot. So I don't know why he would prefer to stay on the bench. He has played 15 games this season. Okay, this is game 22, 24, something like that. So, okay. Hat trick for my striker, Piteria. Nice. Jones Cookies, great ball to Spaps. Go on, Spaps. Whipped in. Wildman can't get to it. Out for a corner. 10 minutes gone. Toronto 0-0 with Minnesota. I think if you're Biz, the expectation is you win this game. The expectation from Minnesota is that they should win this game. Toronto is terrible, and they're in contract hell. So, whipped in across Spellman. It's beaten to it. Corner coming in for Weatherigs. Back post, up and over. Let's keep the clean sheet, boys, please. We're only a minute or two away from that. This should be it. Bell, Kuipers, Spaps wins it. Cookies gives it back to Frack. Frack back to Brott. Jack, when's the full time? Where's the full time whistle, ref? No reason to go on. There it is. There it is. 3-0 over Weatherigs United. Simon Roger Mukendi in the 30th. Cookies in the 33rd. Charlie Wildman in the 76th. And we managed to pick up another win. Did we get help? I don't think we did. AFC Blackpool hosting Sidak Sports and Social. Ashman in the 4th. Ashman again in the 36th. Davies in the 38th. Before Hagen added time at the end of the first half, met it was 3-1 for AFC Blackpool at the break. Michalski in added time at the end of the second half from the penalty marker. Got another one back for Sidak Sports and Social, but it was too late by then. 3-2. AFC Blackpool, big win. They moved to win 4 points of safety. Sidak Sports and Social remain in 8th. Barrow Wanderers hosting Poodle AFC. King in the 30th for the hosts. Hughes in the 75th for the visitors. 1-1. It would finish. Barrow Wanderers pick up a big point for them. They have a game in pocket, though, and they're only 4 above the drop. Poodle AFC, in the meantime, remains 7th. Sharnock, Richard, Burnside. Let's go, Blockbuster. Nice giant kill, man. Sharnock, Richard, Burnside, or hosting Burnside. Day for Burnside in the 48th minute before Hicks in the 67th leveled it for Sharnock, Richard. Broughton in the 69th put Burnside back in front. Jones in the 70th leveled it again for Sharnock, Richard at 2-2. Broughton in the 73rd got his brace. He is they become 3-2 winners on the road. Burnside up to 4th. Sharnock, Richard remain in 6th. Nelson hosting Skelmersdale United. Connolly in the 6th minute. Christensen in the 12th before Tierney in the 67th pulled one back for Skelmersdale United, but they couldn't find an equalizing goal. Skelmersdale remain at the foot of the table. Nelson jumped to 10th position. Sedberg and Den hosting Furnace Rovers. Littlejohn in the 52nd, the only goal scorer of the match, and Sedberg and Dent would beat Furnace Rovers 1-0. Furnace Rovers down to 11th. Sedberg and Dent remain in 3rd. They are 16 points back, and we have 8 to play. They have 7 to play, so they're pretty much all but out of it. Wigton Harriers' form has been impressive. They're hosting Ulverston Rangers. Sunday in the 37th scored for Wigton Harriers to put them ahead. Bowley in the 38th leveled it. Coyle in the first minute of added time at the end of the second half made it 2-1 Wigton Harriers, and then Sharak Peplow dismissed from play in the 3rd minute of added time at the end of the first half meant that Ulverston Rangers played the whole second half down a man. Becker shut the door on them in the 89th minute. 3-1 Wigton Harriers over Ulverston Rangers. Ulverston dropped to 5th. Wigton Harriers remain in 9th, but they've moved 9 points clear of the drop now. Windermere Sports Club, Hellyfield Sports. Campbell in the 8th, Campbell in the 20th, and Gradison in the first minute in added time at the end of the first half meant Hellyfield Sports were 3-0 up at the break. Langton in the 68th got one back for Windermere, but it was only consolation. They dropped to 15th. Hellyfield remains 7 behind us. 7 points. It's a good gap, but we do have 8 to play. So there is still plenty to play for in this league. Koney-kun is out 2 days, 2 to 3 days. That's fine. Post-match press conference with. Let's kick this off with the first question from Tom Foster, SkySports.com. We were excellent. It was fabulous, right? That is a powder puff of a press conference. We are 24 unbeaten. Stuart Hughes is the player of the match. Right. That is the end of episode, what is this, 202 now? I believe it's 202. I'm going to have to actually have a check. I can't remember. I don't remember anymore. If I go here and go to history, yeah, episode 202. That's the end of episode 202. For those watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next episode. We've got Sedberg and Dent in the next one. That should be an interesting match. They're in third, so it's going to be a tough match, but if we can pick up points, then we've got 2 more relegation candidates after that. AFC Blackpool and, Barrow Wanderers first, and then AFC Blackpool. So it should be interesting. Anyway, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care.